God, I haven't been out here in years. Wow. Always new features on this thing, man. Do a live video. I didn't shave, I'm sorry. I wanted to do a live video. I kind of, it's been a while since we've talked. And a few things have dawned on me. And I think it's important that we talk about them. I'm a grizzled old wise man or some shit. No. I just think about life today. I just drove through Greensburg, and the younger me used to always sit and have coffee at the one restaurant, and now it's a glass repair store. It shows you how much you have to embrace change in life, how things change, and some things don't. This old tree, look at that. Seen a lot. We're walking past this tree with my brother Mark before he passed away. The League of Separated Tribes would have festivals right out here. But, life, man. Just want to talk about it. Lost a good friend a few weeks ago. Someone I knew, someone that I got advice from, someone I respected, someone who was a brilliant mind in the business. Wyndham Bray Wyatt, you might have known him. We weren't extremely close, like we were friends. I considered him, I really valued his advice, what he had to say. So I wanted to think about him, and it made me realize just how many people, when they're lost, all of that is lost with them. I don't want to be one of those people. And I wanted to talk about life, the importance of being an artist, being a writer, whatever you're doing, the legacy you want to leave behind. When I was young, out of school and everything, I didn't know what I was doing. I'll admit that. I remember talking to Vicky. I had this really great friend, Vicky, and one of those people in my life that's probably one of the greatest teachers I've ever had, one of the best friends, one of the most adorably wonderful people you'd ever want to meet, and really a person that sticks to her values. And I haven't talked to her in years, but probably still does. So, just think about that. I'm trying to recapture who I was, and then right step to 3 in the morning we'd talk and capture what I believed at that time in my life, because it's important. It's a very important thing in your life to recapture all those people that you've been in the past. Okay, take a little walk down this trail a little bit. I used to come down here with a man who walks with spiders, and we would talk. It's a good place just to take a moment, and I'm going to do that. So, going back to what I was saying, all the people you've been through your life. Remember when I started working some of these jobs, I was very young and naive, and I didn't know if I wanted to do what I was doing in school or be a writer. And I was going to college, hanging out with my friends, doing all those things at the same time. It made me really not know what I'm doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but it did. Like, I would go to classes, and I'm taking these classes in psychology, and I'm thinking, this is going to be my career. This is going to be my main money maker. I'm going to work for this company I work for now that's not paying me a whole lot, or giving me most of what I make. And it was this duality between my writing, my art, and that. I was told many years ago by a friend, my brother's Richie, the band Headway, that if you do any kind of music or art, do it not as a main income. And I stuck to that, I really did. So, before I wore these cool old man hats, I love this one, Blood Rose, Boston Scally, check them out. 8-panel hat, nice. The younger me would not have found that very cool. So, my point being in all this that I'm telling you is I had mixed feelings of what I wanted to do with my life. On one hand, I was a great writer, great artist, and people in the college wanted me to become a writing major. I didn't see much future in that. I was good at psychology. I loved it. It kind of went in along with writing and with knowing the people I knew. I was always someone people came to with their problems. But inevitably, I thought, wow, the psychology, I'm going to get this great job, I'm going to be making all this money, blah, blah, blah. It never happened. I started working different jobs, and especially one I'm at now. And I was naive, I was young. I was believing in the things I was taught in school and not seeing them applied. There were these sour old men that you'd work with that just had a pessimistic view on everything. And I never wanted to be like that. So, I wish, looking back, I could have been more like someone like Brooklyn right now. My friend Brooklyn Summers, she's like 13, and she is a phenomenal musician. She's a songwriter and someone that I respect, okay, way more younger, but wiser than I was at her age. Even in my 20s, I wasn't that wise, and I had that kind of backing. So this is the point of life, Don't want to be like those old men. But what do you do? I've worked 20 years for a company that doesn't pay me what I'm worth. And I worked that for a good many years using the art and the writing off on its side. And then one day it dawned on me. It totally dawned on me. Will, what the hell are you doing? Valerie said it to me. You're a writer. You're not this. This is the legacy you're supposed to leave behind. You're wasting the days of your life for this job. And that's important. You have to work. But you're wasting the days of your life and throwing them away for something that's not valuing you and people that aren't valuing you. Don't you want to leave something more behind? And so I wrote my first book, and it wasn't really of my own. It wasn't really something that I put a lot of emphasis in. I didn't take it in any direction, just left it there, let the poetry speak for itself. And I still do that. I still believe in that. And I'm the man in the woods here. I'm part of that, everything I write. And it's the book that defined me as Laurel Highland's author. It's the book that defined where I'm from. It's kind of the book that I've been called that all my life, but it made me that. Valerie was very proud of it, and then she passed away, and I realized something, that she was not telling me that because we had all these years left in life to look at things, just like my friend Wyndham right now, 36 years old, his wife finds him dead. Phenomenal mind, phenomenal wrestler, phenomenal person. And I realized, wow, I really had been wasting the days of my life. But it's very hard to be a writer. It's very hard to not get that weekly paycheck that you can hold in your hands. And that really matters. A lot of people have this dream that doesn't matter, but it does when you're going to pay a bill, when you want to buy something, when you have food, when you have medical, anything. I mean, it's really not just something that is a pipe dream, but it's why you're here. So you kind of have to go between the two. But my point being is to follow those dreams. Do the things like Brooklyn and them are doing. Do it in a smart way. Not everybody's going to make it big. Not everybody's going to win. And there is no prize at the end. Just drove past a cemetery. People I know are in it. And they didn't get some big prize at the end. Okay. Their legacy, though, is the people that they meant something to. I think I became too wise for my age because of that. People I've helped to take care of that have had cancers and different things, seeing people die at a young age, not an old age, I realized that family and why you're here is important. The writing, the poetry, the music, things that are culturally significant to the world. And I encourage people to look into it. What are you known for? 2 minutes ago, or so, there was a chipmunk. And they were fighting over this pine cone that fell out of the tree. And they're eating these seeds, and I'm remembering them right now for who they are. I could write a poem about those chipmunks. Something powerful. I had to walk away, I lost my signal. By the lake. You know, like I was saying. Yeah, well, I'll just leave that to you guys to figure out on your own. The rest of it. Life lessons. But believe in yourself.